Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all done your exams well, right? Yes. Okay. In this video also, we are going to see a narration about an author who has shared this experience about writing an examination. I hope when you read the story or see this video, you will also share your experience. That is like as the author had different experience while writing an exam, you can compare your experience with that of the author. Okay, let us move into the video and see what happens. This video is for grade 5 English supplementary reader, that is from your literature book. And in this story, that is the school breaks up, we are going to see about a narration of an author about writing an exam or all the situations that we come across in an examination hall. So we are going to see about the author first. So the author R.K. Narayan, the author is R.K. Narayan. This is written by R.K. Narayan. 1906 to 2001. His lifetime is 1906 to 2001. Was an Indian writer. So did you calculate his age, children? 1906 to 2001. So he died in the age of 95. So was an Indian writer. He is an Indian writer, best known for his work set in fictional South Indian town of Malgudi. So most of his works has been done in the area which is called Malgudi. Always he used to mention about the place Malgudi. His stories unfold means gives us, opens beautifully and gently through his characters and their actions in everyday life. He used to write about all the actions that takes place in our everyday life, bringing out peculiarities of human relationship. That is, he used to write about all the comical or that we used to think that, so if we do this, what others will think about us. Yes, so all such human relationships he used to write about. And Narayan wrote his first novel Swami and Friends in 1930. His first novel is Swami and his Friends, and 1930 it was one of his best received books. And we are going to see about a short description from this book only. Okay, we have a very short extract taken from the book and one incident is shared with us, okay, in this lesson. So introduction about the lesson. So examination time often makes students jittery. Have you seen what is jittery, children? Yes, jittery means something we feel nervous, right? Once we write, when we enter into the examination hall, we become very nervous until we get the question paper. Even after getting question paper, we used to check whether what the lessons or the questions that we have learned has been entered in the question paper or not. Yes, okay. The story presents a vivid picture, means clear picture. Vivid means clear picture of an examination hall where the air is heavy with quiet nervousness. The air is becoming heavy inside the examination hall. That is, we used to breathe with heaviness inside our heart. And this is a reflection of Swami who had just finished his paper. This is the reflection, that is the mindset of the person, Swami, about whom the story begins with. Who had just finished his paper means he has completed his examination. His experiences and observations will make you introspect. Introspect in the sense, it used after reading this lesson, no, you will introspect. You check with your experience how you have written, how you feel inside an examination hall, how you feel when you write the test. The examination hall with parched throat. Parched throat means we used to sit and write for long hours, right? And the examination hall is very strict and we will not be allowed to go anywhere, right? Yes. And all our hands will be ink stained, right? Everywhere in the fingers, here and there, everywhere we can find our ink stained fingers, and exhaustion on one side and exaltation on the other. Exhaustion in the sense we cannot even sit inside the hall patiently. Once we complete the exam, we should get out of the room, right? Otherwise we would see the others who are still writing, we get even more nervous whether I have not prepared it well or he has prepared more than me. Yes, all such questions arise in our mind. And Swaminathan strode out of the examination hall on the last day. Strode out means he just walked out of the examination hall on the last day. Some of the hard words until this, what we have seen is parched means dry throat. Our throat will become very dry sitting quietly and writing for long hours. We are not allowed to go and drink water also. Yes, so our throat is very much parched. Parched means dry. Exhaustion, tiredness. Exhaustion, very tired. After writing for 3 hours together, we will become very tired. Exaltation, the act of rising high. We used to do like this and that. All these actions will take place in the examination hall, right? And strode out means walked out. Strode out, walked out. Next, standing in the veranda. Standing in the veranda. Standing in the veranda, he turned back and looked into the hall and felt very uneasy. Why? After coming out of the examination, why he want to feel very uneasy, children? Yes, he would have felt more comfortable if all the boys had given their papers and come out. So he's the only one to come out of the examination hall. So he felt very bad based on that. If everybody has come out, he would be happy. Oh, everyone has come out. So no problem. So as he is the only one who came out of the class, he felt very uncomfortable. And 20 minutes before the time, he has come out of the examination hall 20 minutes before the time of examination, before the time gets end. And with his left shoulder resting against the wall, Shankar was lost to the world. Rajam, sitting under the second ventilator between two third form boys, had become a writing machine. So he had become a writing machine. Shankar, he is sitting. Have you seen, children, if the examination hall is allotted, 2, 3, 3rd standard will be asked to sit in 2 corners of the bench if it is a long bench, right? And middle, the other form class, other grade students will be made to sit in between in order to stop copying, right? Yes. So same way Shankar was sitting in middle of 2 third form students and had become a writing machine. He has become a writing machine. He is still writing and writing. And Mani was still gazing at the rafters. Mani, who has completed the exam, but he was gazing at the rafters in the sense what? He is looking at the roof. He is looking at the roof of the room. And he was scratching with the pen in his cheeks. He is scratching the pen in his cheeks and sitting. And P was leaning back in his seat, revising his answers. Some of the hard words. Uneasy, felt discomfortable. Uneasy, felt discomfortable. Ventilator, space given for air to enter in a room. Third form, 3rd grade. Writing machine, writes a lot. Gazing, staring at something for a long time. Rafters, beam given under a roof. Beam means that supports the roof of a hall. Leaning, sitting in back bent way. Leaning means sitting in back bent way like this. The supervisors. One supervisor was drowsing in his chair. Another was pacing up and down with an abstracted look in his eyes. The scratchy noise of active nibs, the rustle of papers and clearing of the throats came through the brooding silence of the hall. So children, we all know that the examination hall will be very, very quiet enough, right? Very silent, yes. So within that silence, what are the sounds we can hear in the examination hall? The turning of the paper. The turning of the paper, that is rustle of papers. We used to turn papers like this and this and this, right? So this makes a sound that is called rustle of papers. Active nibs. See? Can you hear such sounds? Yes, while writing we used to get such sounds. Active nibs. And clearing of throats like this. So all these sounds come in an examination hall. Supervisor, one who supervises the examination hall. Pacing, steps taken. Abstracted, the way of looking at things deeply. Scratchy, to rub the surface, to rub the surface. Soft crackling sound, soft crackling sound. That is, scratchy means soft crackling sound. Brooding, thoughtful. Brooding means thoughtful. Okay children, this is to give you a gap. Instead of continuously looking into the lesson, this is a short break for you. See, let us learn some idioms. Do you know what is idioms? Idioms are a group of words which gives entirely different meaning, but the usage of words will be different. See, it's a piece of cake. So it entirely mean that it is a piece of cake, right? It is a piece of cake means small piece of cake. But actually this idiom means that it is so easy. It's so easy. In order to say it's so easy, if you use this word, it's a piece of cake for me to write an examination, right? So do you feel like that? Yes. Kill two birds with one stone. Kill two birds with one stone. We all have heard Ore kalla rendu manga. Have you heard that? Yes. So get two things from one thing. So get two things from one thing. This is called kill two birds with one stone. In Tamil we used to say that Ore kalla rendu manga. Yes. Let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag. So give away a secret. So it not means that a cat is inside your bag. So give the secret away. You just reveal the secret. Yes, you know some secret. Let the cat out of my bag. It means what? Yes, it means I am going to reveal a secret to you. Guilt of coming out soon. Guilt of coming out soon. Swaminathan suddenly wished that he had not come out so soon. But how long could he have stayed in the hall longer? Swaminathan was wishing that he could have stayed little more longer in the hall. But how many hours he can sit without writing or without knowing anything to write? Yes, the Tamil paper was set to go on till 5 o'clock. He had found himself writing the last line of the question, last question at 4:30. He is going to complete the exam at 4:30. And out of 6 questions set, there are 6 questions set, he had answered the first question to his satisfaction. First question was up to his satisfaction. The second was very doubtful, and the third was satisfactory. The fourth, he knew clearly it was wrong. So while writing the test, you know very well that you are writing the correct answers, and some you will write to your satisfaction, and some questions you will really don't know the answer. You know very well that it is wrong, but you will sit and write stories, right? Yes. But then he did not knew the answer. But no other go, he don't know the answer, so he has to write something, right? So he is attending a wrong answer. The sixth answer was the best of the lot. He thought it is the best of the lot. It took only 1 minute to answer it. He had read the question at 2 minutes at 4:30 when it was 2 minutes for 4:30. Started answering a minute later and finished it at 4:30. Started reading the question after a minute and finished at 4:30. It shows that before 2 minutes he started reading the question, and before 1 minute he started writing the question, and sharply at 4:30 he finished that 6th question. What was the question? It was, what moral do you infer? What moral do you infer means what? You get from the story of the Brahmin and the tiger. The title of the story is Brahmin and the Tiger. The story. I am just going to explain this, what story it is about. And a Brahmin was passing along the edge of a pond. Okay, he was passing along the edge of a pond. Pond means a very small area of water content. A tiger hailed him from the other bank. Have you seen, if it is a pond, he was staying at one side and the other side there was a tiger and he was hailing. It was hailing in the sense it is calling the Brahmin and showed him a bangle made of gold. He is showing a bangle made of gold. The Brahmin at first declined the offer. So he was doubted whether he could get that bangle or not, whether he can believe that tiger or not. But still the tiger protested. It starts convincing the Brahmin that I will not harm you. Please come and get this gold bangle. Yes. So what am I going to do with this bangle, gold bangle? What can a tiger do with a bangle? It is not at all useful for it, right? So this Brahmin also believed that person, believed the tiger, and he waved in the sense swimming and going to the other end of the water. Before he could hold out his hand for the bangle, he was holding his hand to reach the bangle from tiger. Okay. Before he could hold out his hand for the bangle, he was inside the tiger. What is that? He was inside the tiger. He was eaten by the tiger. Some of the hard words. Waded means traveling through water. Declined, denied or ignore. Protested, try to prove. Innocence, lack of ability to harm someone or something. Insisted, to demand continuously. Edge, corner. The moral inferred by Swami. Swaminathan had never thought the story contained a moral. After he knew the story very well, but after thinking that, he thought that what moral is there in this story, he thought like that. But he again thought that there should be something, there should be a moral, because they have asked the question, right? Yes. He took a minute to decide whether the moral was, we must never accept a gold bangle when it is offered by a tiger, or love of gold bangle cost one's life. It means what? We should not get a bangle from the tiger. Is it a moral? Yes. And love of gold bangle cost one's life. If you have a love for a gold bangle and you should cost your life for that. Yes. Is that a moral? No, but it was given for just a comic purpose. Comic purpose in this, like a joke. He saw more logic in the latter and wrote it down. Latter means second one. Former means the first one. Okay, former means first one. Latter means second one. Finding hard to kill time. After writing, he had looked at the big hall clock. Half an hour more. What had he to do for a half an hour? But he felt awkward to be the first to go out. Why could not the others be as quick and precise as he? See, I have written the exam and came out of the examination hall very soon. Why can't others be like me? They could also write the paper, complete the test soon, and they could have come out along with me, right? And why could not the others be as quick as and precise? Precise means short, as he. He had found it hard to kill time. Why wasn't the paper set for 2.5 hours instead of 3 hours? So he had looked wistfully, means getting bored, at the veranda outside. Awkward. Awkward means feeling embarrassed or nervous. Precise, exact or accurate. Wistfully, full of longing. Veranda, a balcony or a place where it left opened with a roof. Swami's intention. If only he could pluck up enough courage to hand in the paper and go out, he would have no more examinations for a long time to come. He could do what he pleased. Roam about in the town in the evenings and afternoons and mornings. Throw away the books. Command Granny to tell endless tales. Tales means stories. So what is Swami's intention? His intention to go away from school as soon as possible, and he want to roam around the streets and town, and he wants to play, and he has to throw away the books and no need to learn for a long time, and he could command his grandma. Granny means grandma. Command means ask her to or order her to tell him more and more stories. Endless stories means it doesn't have any end, very long and many stories. Hard words: courage, boldness, hand in, submit, roam, wander, command, an order. Granny means grandmother. Tales, stories. So now it's time for another game. Try saying 5 words starting with Q. Will you do it? Within 5 minutes or 5 seconds you have to tell. You should be very quick. I told you one word, right? Quick. Were you able to do that? At least 5 or more than that if you can. Okay. Next, try saying 5 words starting with W. So this has been given to these Q and W I have given you because we are not coming across so many words which starts with Q and W, right children? Yes. I will give you some examples. Some words of Q. Quarto. Quarto means folding one sheet and taking a print of 8 pages in that one sheet itself. That is called quarto. Qubits. Qubits is the very small bit in computer language. Quickly, quester, quench. Quench means quench your thirst. It means just satisfy your thirst. Thirst means if you feel drinking water, that is called thirst. Acting like revising. He had seen a supervisor observing him and he had at once pretended to be busy with the answer paper. Have you done that, children? I have done it in my young age. So if I don't know anything or if I have finished my paper, I just pretend like I am revising my papers, right? Yes. So otherwise, if the teacher, the supervisor, one who comes to my examination hall, is also my subject teacher or my class teacher, and I have to pretend like I'm doing well, right? Yes. So he had seen a supervisor observing him and had at once pretended to be busy with the answer paper. He thought that while he was about it, he might as well do a little last answer, a little revision. So he turned over the leaves and kept gazing at the last answer. He had to pretend that he was revising. He set his pen to work. He started writing as if doing some corrections. So he went on improving the little dash under the last line indicating the end. So now he turned all the pages and came to the last page and he has underlined the last line and he started bolding. He made the line very bold till it became an elaborated, complicated pattern. He made a pattern, drawing, sitting and drawing, and he was acting like revising. Hard words. Pretend. Behaved in a particular way in order to make other people believe in something that is not true. We act. Gazing. Looking at something or someone for a long time. Elaborate. Containing a lot of details. Pattern. A regular arrangement of lines, shapes or colors on a surface. How could he pass time still? He had looked at the clock again, thinking that it must be nearly 5 now. It was only 10 minutes past 4:30. He saw 2 or 3 boys giving up their papers and going out, and felt happy. He briskly folded the paper and wrote on the flap the elaborate inscription. What is that? He came to the end of the examination hall. He just started writing all the informations. So we used to write at the beginning, right? But here they are writing at the end. Tamil, W.S. Swaminathan, first form. First form means first grade, A section. Albert Mission School. In which school he is studying in? Albert Mission School, Malgudi, South India, Asia. Yes, he has written all his address. briskly, energetically, flap, space, inscription, writings. Now children, did you like the story well? Yes, I hope you have liked because it is reflecting your own experience, right? Yes, I was very much excited to read the story as it reminded me about my school age, and I liked the story very much. I hope you will also like it very much and read the lesson well. So you can read the text well and find answers for the given test. You can also try to attend your book back exercises, children. Yes, and it's bye from your English teacher. My name is Soundarya and we can soon meet in our next video. Bye.